EufyMake was like, don't post those. I'm already sweating. No, it can do it. Also, no, they don't suggest it. And here I am posting about it. Can't stop me. You know how a couple months ago I tried printing some stained glass type designs and we ended up getting a fail? I think I may have figured it out today. I don't know. We're going to try because I was over at the Dollar Tree. First and foremost, did you know that they actually sold candles and these candles smell really good? But anyways, the reason why I bought this candle is because of this frosted glass right here. I am thinking that if we print like a stained glass window design, like something like this, and then light this puppy up, it is going to give me the results that I have been looking for. Now, I have already went ahead and tested to make sure that this candle will fit into the EufyMake UV printer, and it does. So what, first things first I have to do is take off this sticker that's already in there. I'm just going to use my plastic razor blade and take off the sticker. And then what we are going to do is we are going to put a stained glass design on this candle. Do you think that this is going to work or no? I'm curious. I have been burning through this just so I could get all the way to the end and then light the candle up to see what the final results look like. And I am finally there. It has been like 3 weeks that I've been burning this candle nonstop, but I am excited to see what the finished product will look like. So, like I said, I just have to take off the label or the sticker that was already on the candle. I have to tell you, these plastic razor blades come in handy. Ouch! And then I go ahead and hurt myself. But if you're careful with it, it'll peel off your sticker. OMG. I said that and then look, it came off terribly. I'm already sweating. Remember when I failed horribly a couple weeks ago with that glass plate that I tried printing on? Do you think that it's going to be like that? Or do you think I'm gonna have a good end result? I'm envisioning like if we actually get a really good print, could you imagine buying these candles? I think this was like $2. I could be wrong. It may have been $5. I'm not entirely sure. The Dollar Tree used to only be $1 and now it's like $10. There's some items in there. I haven't been to a Dollar Tree in years. And I was there getting napkins because I hate to show you this because I printed them and looked good. And then I posted it in the Discord group that we have for the EufyMake UV printer and the beta testers. And EufyMake was like, don't post those. You can't do that. But I'm just saying, I bought some white napkins from the Dollar Tree and I printed directly onto them with the EufyMake UV printer. And look at that. Absolutely amazing. Now, the reason why they say don't post that is because apparently you're not supposed to have direct skin contact with the prints, the UV ink. So I don't know. No, it can do it. Also, no, they don't suggest it. And here I am posting about it because you can't stop me. Anyway, all right, so a little bit of elbow grease to get this off. There isn't a whole lot of residue that's being left over as I scrape it with this razor blade, which is great. I love plastic razor blades over a real razor blade because it's not going to cut me first, but it's also not going to scratch your surface. Okay, so I am done peeling it off. It has a little bit of residue on it. It's kind of sticky. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it on there. I'm going to print directly onto the stickiness. I don't have anything to lose. It's practically empty. So what am I going to lose? Anyways, let's go put this into the Rotary attachment tool and hopefully get a good print. I'm hoping that we actually get a good print with this. All right, so over at the EufyMake UV printer, you will see that I already have my Rotary attachment tool already inserted into the EufyMake UV printer. But just to show you how easy it is, there's this like little flip thing that you flip on and off. This is the lock position. This is the unlock position. You take this or the large or mini flatbed, you just put it in here like this. Make sure it drops into place and then you lock it in. That's how easy it is to set this up. Now I have the extra things that are already implanted into there. You don't have to have that for every single thing that you print on. I am just going to do it for this one. I'm not entirely sure when you have to have it, when you don't have to have it. I just leave them on there because, you know, it's, I don't know. It seems like it holds it better. Anyways, you're gonna put this all the way to the far left where it hits like this, the very side, and then you're gonna take this and you're going to just push it into place, okay? So it's like cradling it. And then what you wanna do is there's this like little button that's right here. You just wanna drag it in making sure this goes into your cup. I am not using a cup, I'm using a candle, but same exact thing, right? The concept is still the same. All right, now the next thing we have to do is we have to create a snapshot within the EufyMake software. Now, you can obviously tell I already have a new window popped in for the EufyMake software. However, let's pretend as if you were just over here in the actual software. Home screen, you open up a new home screen, this is what it's going to look like. And I have to get better at using the pre-stuff that they already have loaded in onto the software because it's really good stuff. I don't know, I go to my favorite spot because I'm just a creature of habit, but honestly, if you get your first machine, if you're getting your machine and you like really don't know what to do, come over here. They have some really good stuff. I'm actually gonna go over here into the lighting portion, and I'm gonna do a couple light up projects because I do have some light up bases that I've purchased. I'm gonna do something straight from the software, but that is not for today. Today, we are going to open up a new window in the EufyMake software. For you, you would press this little plus sign. For me, I'm just gonna use this one right here. Now, you want to make sure that we are selected onto the current attachment that you are using. It should auto-populate with what is locked in there. You wanna obviously set it to Rotary. Now, before the software, there used to be a button that says Create Snapshot. Now they have this little thing right here, and you just press this button. This is what is going to be creating a snapshot. Now, when you have the large or small flatbed into the EufyMake UV printer, it will automatically start doing a snapshot. However, with a Rotary, you actually have to click a couple extra buttons, okay? One, you have to remember kind of the shape of what your candle or cup is that you're using. My candle shape was like straight up and down. If it's tapered, you want to do the tapered one. If you have a handle, let's say if you are using a mug and it has a handle, you want to click this handle. Once you're done, you just want to press Automeasure. Your machine is going to start doing some things, and then it's going to give some like actual measurements of what's going on here. It's actually really fast. When we first got the machine, the auto measuring for the Rotary took forever, and it doesn't anymore. That being said, remember when I had said something about that handle, and if you have a handle, you have to click the button. If you don't click the button, because you're gonna try and trick the system into saying it doesn't have a handle, it'll tell you. They'll be like, oh, it's been detected. They know that it's there. All right, now that we have that done, it says Automeasure is complete. So that means we're ready to go. This rectangle that's right here is technically what is in the EufyMake UV printer, okay? Now's the time to put in whatever it is that you're printing. I went to my favorite place. Can you guess it? It's Creative Fabrica, and I just found something. Actually, you know, to be honest with you, what I was looking for is a design for this light up base, and then I saw this design that I was like, oh wait, I'm pivoting today, and I'm gonna print on that candle. I'm finally gonna do it. So once you download your thing, you just want to drag and drop it into the EufyMake Studio software. When that happens, it just auto loads and appears onto your screen just like that. Now, you could just stop here if you wanted to, but do you see how we have some little hangover here and here? Essentially what that means is that you're not going to have any type of print on the back side of your candle. If we come over here into preview, this is what it's going to look like. You're gonna have this like gap. I kind of don't want that gap. So what I am going to do is, I always tell people don't do this, like don't distort your images, but here I am, I'm gonna do it, is I'm gonna go all the way over to the left, and I'm gonna go all the way over to the right. And yes, I am distorting my image. I always tell people don't, and then here I am doing it. But I want to know what it looks like wrapped all the way around. Okay, when that happens, once you're done, you just press preview again. And then you can see that we are gonna have a whole wraparound, although I think that we are gonna have a little space of white. Beggars can't be choosers. I'm gonna be okay with that. That's the back side. I'm gonna put like a little tea light, a battery operated tea light in there, and put it on my shelf, and no one will ever see the back, I'm hoping. But anyway, okay, so this is essentially what we think it's going to look like. Do you think it's gonna look like that? We shall see. However, we're gonna need to change some print settings over, okay? And I have some examples for you. Remember when we did the previous stained glass window project? I considered it to be a fail. However, some of you said it actually wasn't a fail. I just have too high of standards. But you know what? I'm going to show it to you anyways. Okay, so in that original project, I cut out a bunch of things with my laser cutter, clear acrylic. Okay, this one right here was done with clear acrylic and only CMYK, and this is the results that I got. And then this one right here was also done with clear acrylic, but I did white and then CMYK, so that you can tell because there's white here, but this is what I ended up looking like. Now, if we were to take, I'll just use my phone and put some light through it, you can't really see too much. Like it kind of gets drowned out a little bit. I don't know. What do you think? So here is what I am going to do, because if we do it like this, yeah, I'm not entirely sure. Anyways, here's what I'm going to do. That is a frosted glass. I didn't cut any frosted glass with the original stained glass one. With this right here, I did not cut frosted acrylic. I think I missed a mark here. I think I should have tried with frosted acrylic and only printed CMYK, because I think that frosty gives me just the right amount of white to where it's like halfsies on this. I am going to try it just doing CMYK. So coming over here into this one, I am going to change my ink mode over. Instead of doing a layer of white and CMYK, I'm only going to do CMYK. I'm gonna press print. Do I know if this is going to work? And nope. But you know what? I already failed at one project recently with that glass plate. I am okay with failing at another one. This is research, people. When I first got the EufyMake UV printer, I was like, oh, I'm gonna be able to make all these faux stained glass, because I am actually really accident prone. I should not be playing with things like glass and things. I would lose fingers. Okay, so it's gonna take 0.57 milliliters. 1 milliliter is about 50 cents, a little less than 50 cents. So we're gonna use half of that. We're gonna use, you know, a quarter of ink for this research project, which isn't bad. Anyways, pressing the magic button at the top of the machine. We're just gonna let that do its work. Can't remember what I was saying to you. Oh, when I first got my EufyMake UV printer, I thought for sure that I'd be doing a whole bunch of faux stained glass things, because I would love to create stained glass, but I shouldn't because I'm accident prone. And so I felt like this was going to be my next best option, and I still haven't gotten a good UV print. I've tried multiple times. I have a box full of like failed attempts in here. And I even tried doing, you know, something that looks like this. There has like a little bit of raised, or this one right here has a little bit of raised, and I just wasn't liking the look of it. But I mean, it looks cute. It's just not giving, real stained glass. I'm not there yet. So I don't know. Anyways, we're just gonna let this print. I don't know how long it's going to take. I can't imagine it take that long, but we are just gonna let this print and then come back for the actual real results of this all. I'm hoping it turns out. All right, so in total, this took a total of 22 minutes. Not bad, not bad. All right, this is what the end result of it look like. Oh, you know what I do? Instead of having that gap, do you remember how it said I had a gap? I don't, and now I have some overlap. But again, still gonna be on the back, so I think it'll be all right, but like, and you can kind of see that I have that sticker. That's okay. But you know what? Remember how it was kind of sticky? It's not sticky now. What do you think? This turned out all right. It turned out all right. I like it. All right, let's see what it looks like. You won't be able to see it right now, but let's see what it looks like with a candle in it. Okay, so this is what it looks like without that bright white light on there. And actually, like, this is actually not that bad. And it printed, you can kind of tell, it printed all the way at the very top. It's a little blurry, especially inside that divot. It kind of gets blurry. That's because there's a divot that's right here. But like in all, the actual print itself is truly not that bad. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Oh, look, here's a prime example. I made this using, it's just white acrylic with some paint, or not white, clear acrylic with some paint, and then like watercolor paint. That's what I'm going for, something like this. I don't think this is fully it, but if we add in a couple tea lights, I just have some battery operated tea lights. I don't know. Hold on. Let me, I'm going to close the curtains. All right. And let's also turn out the lights. Give it the actual ambiance that it needs. And then what do you think? Okay, so I actually don't think this is too bad. You can see the actual design throughout it. Is this stained glass though? No, it's still a reach. Like that is really pretty. That looks like you're actually outside. Here, let's turn off this. Let's turn off this one, okay? There you go, 22 minutes. We're gonna finish. And now we're gonna turn off the light bulb right here. So that turned out that. Now we have like full effects of it. This is not bad. Is it that? Or that up there? It is not. But you know what's even crazier is what you could do, because these candles I got at the Dollar Tree, right? You could buy these candles and print whatever you want on here. Not, let's say not a full design like this, but you could print like Happy Father's Day, or all these like really cool Mother's Day, Christmas, smells like a new house, smells like a deadline, all those really cool gifts that you, or candle gifts that you see on Etsy, you could totally print directly on top of this. Or you could do a sticker. You could do a UVDTF sticker. This isn't bad though. It's just not that or that. Well, I just don't think I'm going to get my stained glass effect that I truly thought I was going to get with the EufyMake UV printer, but that's okay. I mean, things like this, it ain't terrible. It's just not what I was going for. I love that it printed like all the way here and then all the way up here. It looks amazing. Like, this does not look terrible. It's just not what I was thinking I wanted it to be, but that's all right. Anyway, so what else should I do to try this stained glass effect with the EufyMake UV printer? Or am I truly, is this one that I should just give up on? I think I've tried like 7 or 8 times, still don't have anything good. Is it time to say no and just stop? Or should I keep trying? And if I should, what else should I try next? Back to the drawing board.